right now it's you and me. I start these classes with the song.
Nice.
And here's a song by George Harrison. Here comes the sun, didn't-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. You ready to do a sun salutation?
Yes.
Here we go. I was thinking about singing Georgia today because so much is going on down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you in a place where you can face the sun?
Yes.
Here we go. That's good framing. That's perfect. Inhaling up to your full extension. Exhale, centering in the heart mudra. Fill your lungs to their fullest capacity as you lift your elbows, and equally slowly exhale your hands down. Inhaling to your longest extension, centering, exhaling into the heart mudra. Inhaling, filling your lungs to capacity, and exhaling your hands down. One more time. Inhaling up. Center, exhaling. And fill your lungs to their fullest capacity. Take just your right arm. Imagine there's a rope up here and come into a squat. Hang from that rope. Find your leg strength. And leaning to the left, stretch through your right side from your right hip to your right middle fingertip. Right hand exhales down. And both hands inhale up. Exhaling, center in the heart mudra. And fill to your fullest capacity. Both hands exhale down. One hand inhales up, the left hand, and find your leg strength. Leaning to the right, stretch through your left side. And your left hand exhales down. Inhale, both hands up. And center in the heart mudra. In the heart mudra, keep your hands at your heart and your elbows lifted. And shift all your weight onto your left foot and take a couple of completely full breaths there, yawning in through your nose, sighing out through your nose. Then you take the other side, shifting all your weight onto your right foot. Keep your elbows lifted, take a deep yawn in through your nose. And exhale. Equalizing your weight on both feet, rock toe to heel. Find the center of your balance and take a super deep breath in, elbows lifting, hands relaxed down. Check it out already. Standing in Tadasana, you'll feel a shift already in your consciousness. You may note that your mind has slowed down a little bit, your emotions have picked up a little bit. And there's just a feeling of serenity in and around you, just from a few breaths. Check it out for a few more breaths. Then we'll start to loosen up our spine. Inhale up into a full extension and come into a squat, Utkatanasana. Pushing back and up through your tailbone. Lift your hands up to the ceiling. Stretch in a long line from your tailbone to your fingertips. And then relax onto your thighs. Bent knees, heavy head. Find your lower back by spreading your toes and rocking toe to heel. Release your upper back by shaking your head no. Shaking your head yes. And shaking your head no. Actively pressing into your feet. Inhale up into your full extension. And return to the heart mudra, exhaling. Elbows lifting. Take a super deep breath in. And both hands exhale down. Inhaling up into the extension. Imagine there's 2 ropes above your head and you're hanging like a swing from those ropes. Feel your leg strength. And lifting just your left heel off the floor. Twist and look all the way behind you to the left. Hands exhale down and hands inhale up. You come into the squat and lifting your right heel, look all the way behind you as far as you can. And release back to the center. Michelle, I don't need the microphone if I'm recording on the computer. We're having technical difficulties. Okay. Okay. Super deep breath in. One more time. Come into a squat and really find your legs. Push back through your tailbone. Lift up through your hands. Really push back through your tailbone. And relax onto your thighs, dropping your head. Release your back by spreading your toes and rocking toe to heel. And release your upper back by shaking your head no. And yes. Actively pressing into your feet. Inhale up into the extension. And center in the heart mudra. Super deep breath in, elbows lifting, fill your lungs. And your hands exhale equally slowly down. Go up for the dive, inhaling. And swan dive your fingertips to the floor. If you're flexible enough, press your palms into the floor as you lift through your tailbone. Uttanasana. Then come onto your fingertips and step your right foot back as far as it will go. And drop your right heel to the floor. Pressing into your front foot, your left foot. Stand up. Find your balance and up into Warriors One. Find your leg strength. Opening your right arm behind you, your left arm in front of you. Warriors One, stretch those arms a little wider. And touch your right knee behind you, reverse warrior. Find your right groin muscles. Stretch into that side bend. And exhale, both hands back down into the lunge. Step your left foot back into plank. And take a few little push-ups. With bent elbows and your head lifted, feel the entire length of your body. Resting your knees on the ground, point your feet out straight, and relax back into child's pose. Coming up on your finger and thumb tips, press your finger and thumb tips into the ground and feel for your shoulder joints. Use the pressure in your hands to work your shoulders. And then relax your hands, swinging up on all fours. Literally look up to the ceiling. And we come down slowly, touching pubic bone, navel, upper abdomen, and forehead. Touching your big toes together. Anchor your hips by pushing your pubic bone into the floor and let your head float up. Lift your head as high as it will lift. The arms are relaxed. It's all back muscles working. You look as far to the right as you can. And look as far to the left as you can. Relaxing your forehead back to the ground. Touch your feet together and re-anchor your hips. Push your pubic bone into the ground. Hugging your elbows into your body. We'll come up into Cobra Pose. Lifting from the center of your chest. Lift your chest as high as it will lift. Look up. And again. Lengthen out a vertebra at a time. Turn your feet under and do a push-up. Walk your hands back 2 or 3 inches and come into down dog. Pressing your left heel to the floor, stretch from your left heel to your left hip. Pressing your right hip into the floor, right heel. And then find both heels. Press both heels towards the floor. And then lift your right foot to the ceiling, higher and higher and higher. Step through all the way to your right hand and drop your left heel on the floor. Pressing into your right foot, stand up. Bhajrasana 1, Warriors 1, hands up. Left arm behind, Warriors 2. Touching your left knee, stretch your left groin, inhaling. And then we step forward into Uttanasana, hands to the ground, left foot steps forward, up into extended mountain, and back to home base, heart mudra. With your hands at your heart, take a super deep breath in, elbows lifting, and hands exhale down. Go up for the dive, inhaling, we'll take side 2. Swan dive into Uttanasana, exhaling, fingertips to the floor. Left leg lifts and steps. We'll go a little faster on this side. Warriors 1, inhaling. Warriors 2, flowing, exhaling. Reverse warrior, right hand up, inhaling. Exhaling into the lunge. Plank pose, inhaling, look up. Drop your knees, exhaling back into child's pose. This time we'll come into Cobra through the bottom. Press your hands into the floor and slide your chest right through your hands up into Cobra. And counter in downward facing dog. Left foot lifts to the ceiling, inhaling, and steps through. Warriors 1. Warriors 2. Reverse warrior. This is funny because the first time I've had I see you on the computer and I see these tiny little bodies in these tiny little windows 10 feet away doing yoga. It's kind of cool. You step forward, up into Uttanasana, up into extended mountain, and back to home base, heart mudra. Standing in Tadasana, mountain pose, find your feet, rock toe to heel. And with your hands down by your hips, make 2 super strong fists. Really squeeze your fists. Squeeze your shoulders up to your ears, literally. Touch your shoulders to your ears and try to touch your elbows behind your back. Feel how that lifts your rib cage up nice and high. Keep your rib cage lifted nice and high as you let your hands relax. Back down. And you're formally in mountain pose. With your eyes closed, if you're comfortable with that, scan your body. Note how doing one series of sun salutations tends to relax the whole body, head to toe. Just observing your breath. Then we'll work our way to the floor. Go up for the dive, inhaling, inhaling, inhaling. Swan dive, exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Jump or walk your feet into the plank pose and balance on your right arm. Pivot your feet right onto the floor. If you need to, drop your right knee to the floor for support. And you're looking literally at your left thumb tip. You pivot your heels 180 degrees, taking Bhajrasana on the other side. Right hand to the ceiling, looking up to your right thumb tip. And then coming onto your back fairly quickly while your heart rate is up, fiercely tighten every muscle in your body, both hands, both feet, both arms, both legs. Tighten your pelvic floor, your abdomen. Press your head into the floor, tighten your facial muscles. Gather all the tension in your body. And then give it all away. Completely relax. With 3 focused thoughts, you can relax your whole body pretty deeply. First thought, visualize energy in the form of golden light streaming from your heart to your thumb and fingertips. Let your chest, arms, and hands relax. Second thought, shift your awareness to your navel. Feel your abdomen inflating and rising with each inhalation and deflating with each exhalation. Visualize energy in the form of golden light streaming from your navel down through the thighs into your calves, ankles, and feet. Third thought, feel your central axis, feel your spinal column from the bottom tip of your tailbone to the top of your neck and the crown of your head. In your mind's eye, illuminate your spine and brain. See light traveling upward through your spine into your brain. And then check it out. Feel your whole body from the soles of your feet to the crown of your head, and feel how good it feels to be alert and awake, but simply observing and relaxing. And then we'll work our way up through our spine with some spinal twists. Walk your feet into your hips, knees bent, feet flat, and open your arms at a right angle. Loosen your lower back by rocking your knees in a big loose arc from side to side. This is Feldenkrais style. And then take your upper back through its range of motion. Hold on to your head and lift up into a sit-up, taking your upper back side to side. You cross over, touching your right elbow to your left knee. Would you mind bringing the heat up a little bit? Thank you. Take the other side, left elbow to your right knee. And then both elbows to both knees. We counter in the first position of fish pose, rocking your arms under your body, hands palms down, hands touching. Slide your legs out straight and touch your feet together. Flex both ankles. Press your calves into the floor as you lift your heels off the floor. Then find your chest, your pectoral muscles, pressing your elbows and forearms into the floor. Press your chest to the ceiling. Open up your chest. And then be a lazy bum. Just relax. Take your arms out. Take a few breaths. Exhalations washing out tension. Inhalations bringing in balance and relaxation. Then we'll come into the lumbar twist, Paravartasana, walking your feet in, knees bent, feet flat. Open your arms at a right angle to your body. And cross your right leg on top of your left leg, knees resting together. Swing your hips a few inches to the right, literally, so you're moving your left buttocks into the center line. Then drop your knees over to the floor on the left. It's all about the breath. Yawning in through your nose, you fill your right side with air. Sighing out through your nose, empty your right side. Exaggerate your breath. Take a super exaggerated breath in, fill your right lungs as fully as possible. And then hold the breath for a little while. Feel the pressure of your held breath in your right side. And then let all that pressure out. We switch sides. Left knee on top, legs crossed. Swing your hips a few inches to the left and drop your knees over to the right. Exaggerating your breath in your left side. You fill your left side with air as you inhale. Let your left side relax as you exhale. Take an especially deep breath in, fill your left lungs as much as possible, and when they're completely filled, hold that breath for a while. Feel the pressure in your left side. Then let all that pressure out. Uncrossing your legs. Again, take your upper back through its range of motion, side to side, holding onto your head. And cross over. Right elbow to the left knee, right leg lifts off the floor and straightens. Left elbow to your right knee. And then both elbows to both knees. Working the abs and internal organs a little bit. Again, we'll counter in fish pose. Rock your arms under your body, hands touching, legs straight, feet touching. This time, we'll take the full fish pose, but if you have neck problems, don't take the full fish pose. Just take the first part of it by pressing your elbows into the floor and pressing your chest to the ceiling. If your neck's a little healthier, come up like a lawn chair. Press into your elbows, take your whole torso off the floor and look at your big toes. Pressing your chest to the ceiling, you lightly lower your head to the floor. So your arms are supporting you, not your neck. Breathing into your chest. And then lift your head and take your hands out from under you and just relax for a breath or two. We'll take that twist, spinal twist up into our mid-backs. Hug your knees into your chest, interlacing your fingers at your ankles, and little by little, pull your thigh bones into your rib cage, feeling for a literal bend in your outer rib cage. Surprise yourself, bring your knees in 2 or 3 more inches closer. Keeping your knees right where they are, open your arms at a right angle to your body, palms pressing down into the floor. Pressing your palms into the floor, drop your knees over to your left elbow, hands turn palms up, and you bring your focus of attention now to your mid-back. Yawning in through your nose, you feel your mid-back move. Sighing out through your nose, you let your mid-back relax a few times. Take an especially deep breath in, fill your lungs as fully as possible, and hold that breath, feeling the pressure in your mid-back. And then release that pressure. Turning your hands, palms down, press your palms into the floor, and switch sides. Boy, I wish I hadn't had that chocolate donut right about now. Your hands turn palms up, turn your head to the left, and breathe into your mid-back. Yawning in through your nose, sighing out through your nose. Take an especially deep breath in, and when it's completely filled, hold it. And release it. Sliding out into Shavasana, hands down by your hips. Go into Wiggleasana a little bit. Rotate your ankles, roll your head no, and just for a couple of breaths, you're a genius. You could be watching Days of Your Life right now, and instead you're doing yoga. Okay, we got a little juice into the lower back and the mid back. Let's take it up into our necks. Come on up to sitting. And if you have a pillow or a bolster to sit on, I recommend it because it's going to take pressure off your lower back when you're sitting. Brings the lumbar curve of the spine forward. Okay, hands resting comfortably. Let's formalize the Ujjayi breath. Placing the tip of your tongue right on the roof of your mouth, behind your upper teeth. Yawn in through your nose, filling abdomen to upper lungs. Sighing out through your nose, empty upper lungs to upper abdomen, back to lower abdomen. As you're practicing this full nasal breath, focus your attention just above the soft palate of your mouth and right between your ears. If you do this with your eyes closed, it will sound like the surf in your head, right above the soft palate of your mouth and between your ears. You can visualize that surf washing out and washing back in. Then take a super deep breath in and lift your chest even higher. Keep your chest lifted as you exhale your chin to your chest. Drawing a circle with the top of your head, slowly circle to the right, swinging up. As you inhale, you hit straight, tall center, and exhale your left ear to your left shoulder and your chin to your chest. 2 more times, circling up on the inhalation and over and down on the exhalation. And 1 more time. On a slow inhalation, lift your hands to the ceiling, get as tall as you can, take it up maybe into a little back bend, and exhale into the heart mudra. We'll take head rolls to the other side. Super deep breath in, chest lifting. Keep your chest lifted as you exhale your chin to your chest. This time, circling to the left, circle up, inhaling. And over and down, exhaling. 2 more times. Inhale up. And one more time. Inhaling your fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale into the heart mudra and interlace your fingers. With your thumbs pressing together, press your palms to the ceiling. Forearms pulling apart, shoulder blades dropping. Take it up into a little back bend. Press your palms up, lift your chest. And then switch your legs. Other foot to the front. Take a little time to actually get equally on both sitting bones. And we'll do a little shoulder release. Lifting your left arm straight out in front of you. Grab above your left elbow with your right hand and look as far to the right as you can. Look all the way behind you. Pull your left arm out of its socket. You direct your attention and your breath to your upper left back, the rhomboid muscle right between the shoulder blade and the upper spine. Then twist a little further and shake out your hands. You take the other side, grabbing above your right elbow, look as far behind you as you can. And shake out your hands. We're in arthritis season. Even if you don't have it, it's really nice to do a little traction on your hands. So you want to look like St. Francis. Hold your left hand up, finger pointing up, and grab that finger with your opposite hand. Intensely pull your forearms apart, your elbows apart, stretching that left index finger. Air element in Ayurveda, middle finger, fire element. You're also working your arms. Ring finger, water element. Little finger, earth element. Thumb, ether element or unified field in modern terms. And shake out your wrists. Right index finger, grab it with the left hand. It's not lazy at all. Your arms should be tired at the end of this. You're really pulling those elbows apart. Middle finger. Ring finger. Little finger. And thumb. Shake out your wrists, interlace your fingers. One more time, press up. Forearms pulling apart, hands pressing up, shoulder blades dropping. Open your outer rib cage by breathing into your outer rib cage. We counter in reverse plank, planting your palms flat behind you, fingers forward. Touch your feet together in front of you. And target the front of your shoulder joint as you come up into reverse plank. And then sitting in your most comfortable position just for a breath or two. Feel that nice feeling that's coming on. Then we'll take it into half camel. If you have a blanket or padding for your knees, I recommend it, but if you don't, you might be on a carpet with your mat. We'll come up into Bhajrasana, the kneeling position, and open up the front of our hip joints a little bit. Lifting your right hand up, you take half camel, left thumb to your left heel, but if this hurts your back, you should keep your hand up on your hip. Stretching from your right knee to your right middle finger. Counter in downward facing dog. We take the other side, standing on your knees, standing in Bhajrasana. This time, left hand to the ceiling, right thumb to your right heel. Counter in down dog. And then come on up to standing. And if you're using a blanket, move the blanket out of the way. Let's take some side stretches. Coming into Ishvarasana pose of creation, it looks good. Take the widest stance you can and turn your feet as pigeon-toed as possible. Establish your lower body strength. Tighten through your thighs. Practice the pelvic bandhas, Kegel style, squeeze your pelvic floor up. And just take that for a breath. Really working your thighs, really tightening through the thighs isometrically. You add your arms, palms up. Star pose. Surprise yourself. Reach out 2 more inches with your middle fingertips. In this pose, you're scanning your body for feelings of asymmetry and adjusting your body. For me, it's always the right shoulder is tighter because I play guitar. So I work that right shoulder a little more. Turning your palms down. Turn both feet to the left and come into Warriors Two. We'll take it into the side angle stretch, Parswa, Kanasana. I'm not sure that I said that right. Left elbow on your knee, push your groin down, a whole foot. Then stretch your right side from your right heel to your right middle finger and twist your rib cage to the ceiling. Look up under your right tricep. If you're a little more flexible, you can take the full pose, dropping your left fingers to the floor. But if that strains your back, you want to stay up on your knee. Stretching your right side. Walk your hands to the front center, feet parallel, dropping your elbows, dropping your head, into Paravartasana. If you want to take this pose a little more actively, you place your palms face down, pushing your hands forward as you lift through your groin, pressing your head towards the floor. And then we'll come out of it by walking our feet together. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Press into your feet. And inhale up into extended mountain and into the heart mudra. Side B. Wide stance. Feet pigeon-toed. Palms up. You're the Big Bang. Creating your body in a healthy way, feeling for symmetry. Reach a little wider with your hands. We transition into Warriors Two, palms turn down, feet turn right, come into Warriors Two. Dropping your right elbow on your knee, push your groin down, and then stretch your left side. You twist your rib cage up to the ceiling, looking up under your tricep, and the right hand drops if you want to take it a little further. Walking your hands to the front center, come down onto your back and bring the soles of your feet together in Superbadaknasana, reclining butterfly pose. Wiggle your hips and legs around till your tailbone is comfortable. Roll your head now to release through your neck. And for a few breaths, just observe. Then we're going to finish up with Shavasana. If you have a blanket, it's kind of a cold, wintry day. You may want to place that blanket over your legs or cover yourself. Start by setting your intention. Tell yourself, it's okay for me to relax. I'm taking this time to relax. I don't have to think about the past or the future. I'm going to let myself relax right here, right now. Start by listening to your own breath. Listening to your breath come in and listening to your breath go out. Focus 100% of your attention at your heart and your lungs. As you simply observe your rib cage filling and emptying without imposing any depth or any rhythm on your breath, just let your breath be what it naturally is. As you repeat to yourself, my heart beats slowly and calmly. My breathing is free and easy. If your mind wanders, keep coming back to your breath. My heart beats slowly and calmly. My breathing is free and easy. See it, feel it. Take a moment to acknowledge and notice that relaxation that's coming into your chest and upper back. And know that it will continue to deepen as you easily shift your awareness out into your arms, hands, and fingers. Consciously, intentionally release control of your arm and hand muscles. And repeat to yourself, my arms and hands feel heavy and relaxed. I allow my arms and hands to just relax. Take a moment to notice that relaxation in your arms, even if it's only 1%, own it. Know that that will continue to deepen as you easily shift your awareness to your navel, observing your abdomen inflate with every inhalation and deflate with every exhalation. Repeat to yourself, my abdomen feels loose and warm. My lower back is relaxing. My abdomen feels loose and warm. My back is relaxing. You'll feel that relaxed feeling moving down into your hips and thighs, into your calves, ankles, and feet. Intentionally release control of your leg and feet muscles, letting them drop right where they are. Repeating to yourself, my legs and feet feel heavy and relaxed. I allow my legs and feet to just relax. And you may notice from your neck down, you're starting to become relaxed. Feel your central axis, feel your spinal column. Allowing the weight of your buttocks, your shoulders, and your head to just sink into your mat, repeating to yourself, my spine feels long and aligned. My back and my neck are relaxing. My spine feels long and aligned. My back and my neck are relaxing. And finally, feeling the weight of your shoulders and head, allow them to drop right where they are. Letting your throat soften, allowing the back of your neck to lengthen. Feeling the weight of your head. Let your facial muscles relax. Jaw, tongue, and lips softening. Cheeks, eyelids, and forehead softening. Healing energy, healing light flows even into your brain, illuminating the inside of your head. And you become aware that your whole body is relaxing from the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands to the crown of your head. Just relax. You can continue to relax here if you'd like, or if you want to finish up, we'll come up to sitting and sit for a few breaths. Namaste. Thanks for being here.